Dave, I asked Dalton Rushing on the field if that home run was bigger for him or for the team. Would you say equally important for both?
I think, yeah, I do. I think equally important for both. Huge hit for Dalton, and that's something where I'm sure he's going to build off that moment, the confidence. Big hit to help us get a win today. And obviously today we needed it, and our guys delivered.
You had been talking last night and before today's game about two-strike approach and competing in the batter's box. A call didn't go his way in that at-bat, but he kept going.
Yeah, and that shows growth. There was a ball down below that he took and got a pitch that he could handle and drove it out of the ballpark. But I thought, from pitch one, Shohei's at bat in the first. Mookie's at bat in the first, and Freddie, and just all throughout the lineup. I thought today was more indicative of what we're going to do, we expect going forward, and just the fight, the grind, taking what the pitcher gives you, and then if there's slug there, there's slug, but it's just a byproduct of good at bats all day today.
With Dalton, you guys have been pretty confident, even as he struggled, that the bat is going to play. What is sort of giving you guys that confidence that it's going to translate, that he's going to figure it out, even in part-time playing?
Well, he's a confident young player, but regardless of what a player says, certainly a young player, performance matters, and you have to have success to have true confidence. And so now that he has some success, I think that'll bleed, going forward. I just believe performance is everything, and then you can start to get real confidence. And he's confident, but you still have to have success. And so I think today was a big step in the right direction for him.
How important is it to leave here not in second place?
It's huge. It's huge. We won the season series. They certainly had a lot of momentum coming into today. And for our guys to, find a way to, will ourselves to, salvage the series and finish in the standings tied is a good thing. And it just kind of, Yama was really good today. He gave us what we needed, made pitches when he had to, and it was good to see him get some run support too.
When you load the bases with none out in the first inning and only come away with one run, do guys kind of have to be reminded, hey, keep your heads up, it's early, don't let this spiral?
I think that they did it amongst themselves, which is great. Teo took a great at bat, went to the big part of the field to drive in a run, and Laureano made a great play, but we would have liked to have come away with more of that first inning, but it was just good to see our guys didn't quit, didn't relent, and we continued to tack on throughout the day.
And Dave, why Freddie's home run to tie the game in the sixth was so big, because it didn't seem like things were going your way early.
Well, they weren't, but I still felt the process. The line drives, the Pajes, the Conforto, and kind of building innings, and we just couldn't get that hit. But I thought the process was good today, and so for us to continue to kind of move forward, it was big, and Freddie came up big today.
Does like what you're saying pregame, like you guys are still a slugging offense, but does a lot of that little stuff that you're talking about kind of help lead to that in a game where you are more competitive at bat by at bat? Does it make it easier when you get those opportunities to then kind of do the kind of damage that you guys want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you slug with pitches, a good pitch to hit, and so you earn those pitches. And when you start chasing and expand the hitting zone, the slug's going to go down, because that's what pitchers are going to do and continue to expand. But when you earn good counts and get good pitches, control the zone, and then slug happens. You can't always chase it, which I thought today we did a really good job of. I thought Andy took as good of at bats as he's taken in quite some time, and it was just a lot of good.
Dave, 9-4 against the Padres this season. Just do you feel overall that you're happy with the results, even though there's been some highs and lows? Which kind of was your biggest takeaway from going up against these guys?
Nothing's changed as far as the takeaway. It's a really talented ball club. So, yeah, it's big as far as if there is a tie break, that matters. But yeah, we're done with those guys until whenever. But I feel good, talented team, but I just like the way we responded today, and we got to turn the page, and we're playing a team that's in the postseason race, the pennant race, and they're hungry, they're excitable, and so, you know, we got Hunter Green tomorrow who's got a big arm, so we got to be ready to go tomorrow.
Because of the injuries, you guys have gone through different phases, right? Where it's maybe at the beginning of the season you're short on starting pitching. You went through a phase where the bullpen kind of seemed, right, not too many bullets. Now the lineup, right, you're short on some guys. And because of that, it maybe feels like a little bit like you're still kind of searching for an identity. But is there anything you can kind of point at as a constant that's been kind of throughout the season?
I think the constant with this season, I guess, you know, it's easy for me to point to Freddie and Clayton, I would say. You know, when you don't have your best, those two players in particular will themselves to performance. And I think that that's something that it's a lesson for all of us. And so I think that if I had to point to something as far as an identity, it's those two guys.
Dave,
Sorry.
When you kind of take some of the season series, do you think you'll be able to look back and kind of think we did everything we could head to head here, or is that something that you won't really have an idea of until the regular season is over?
You know, honestly, is we did take care of business head to head, but you know, for right now, I'm turning the page on the Padres and looking at the 31 games or whatever, however many games we have left, and you know, we'll see, you know, how that plays out, you know, the implications of that. But I'm moving forward on that.
that Padre fan next to your dugout seemed to be chirping all game long. How annoying was he, and was that unexpected for Ohtani to have the last word with that high five?
Very annoying, as he's in my right ear the entire game. But it was very out of character from Shohei, and he was wearing them out the whole game. So it was good to see Shohei, you know, initiate a high five from him. So that was great. That was fun. That was it was good to see Shohei show his personality.
What was that guy saying?
How bad Shohei was this series.
How much you going to be scoreboard watching the Padres down the stretch?
Yeah, a lot. I think that's part of it. When you're in a pennant race, that's part of the fun. So I can compartmentalize a little bit, still kind of keep one eye on the scoreboard, but still focus on my job.
Yamamoto pitched great again in the big game. How evaluate his mental toughness?
He is very mentally tough. Yama's a killer. He's a killer. He shows up in big games, and we needed another good one from him, and he delivered.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, guys.